Thank you very much, Mr. President of the Human Rights Council, Your Excellency Ambassador Omar Zidner, for your very kind welcome. It's indeed a great pleasure to see you again after a couple of years now both in different functions. The High Commissioner for Human Rights, Mr. Volker Türk, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. The fundamental idea behind the Olympic Games is to unite the entire world in a peaceful competition. And indeed, in just 25 days from today, we can celebrate the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games Paris 2024. And as it stands now, then on this occasion, we can count, and we can be very confident to be able to count on the presence of athletes from all of the 206 the territories of all the 206 national Olympic committees, plus the IOC refugee Olympic team on this occasion, and to embody this unifying mission and this unifying power of the Olympic Games. I think in these times of division, of wars and conflicts, this is a very important and a very powerful signal for unity and for peace, because these athletes, they will compete fiercely against each other while living peacefully together under one roof in the Olympic Village. Our mission goes hand in hand with especially the most fundamental of human rights, peace. At the Olympic Games, all people are equal, regardless of their country of origin, gender, sexual orientation, social status, religion, or political belief. This principle of non-discrimination is essential for sport to promote peace and understanding among all people. The Olympic Games can only become this inspiring symbol of peace through a commitment to inclusion and solidarity. Our mission compels us to always embrace human diversity and never to exclude others. Non-discrimination is enshrined in the Olympic Charter, our constitution. Going even further, our charter explicitly mentions the practice of sport as a human right. And I quote, "Every individual must have access to the practice of sport without discrimination of any kind in respect of internationally recognized human rights within the remit of the Olympic movement." To highlight our commitment to inclusion and solidarity, we have even amended our historic Olympic motto, faster, higher, stronger, by adding the word together. This is what brings us all together today. A shared belief in the power of sport to make the world a better place for everyone. In these divisive times, with wars and conflicts on the rise, it has never been more important to build inclusive communities. Sport is the low-cost, high-impact tool for all countries and governments to do this. This is why the IOC is focused on strengthening this important enabling role of sport and contribute to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. In the areas of social inclusion, gender equality, promoting tolerance, and in particular, promoting peace, to improve lives, to make communities more inclusive. The Olympic Games are our principal remit. As a non-governmental organization, we have neither the mandate nor the capability to change laws of sovereign countries. We cannot solve human rights issues which generations of politicians were unable to solve. But within our remit, we take action. We are doing so by walking our talk when it comes to inclusion and solidarity and human rights. We are doing so by fully aligning with the UN guiding principles on business and human rights and promoting good governance, ethics, and integrity. We are doing so by promoting gender equality. The Olympic Games Paris 2024 will be the very first Olympic Games with full gender parity, because the IOC allocated exactly 50% of the quota places to female and 50% to male athletes. We are doing so by supporting Paralympic sport around the world through our partnership with the International Paralympic Committee. Probably the most emblematic symbol of our commitment to inclusion and solidarity is the IOC Refugee Olympic Team, which will participate with a record number of refugee athletes in Paris. You will hear later from Yishpur Biel, who was a member of the very first IOC Refugee Olympic Team at the Olympic Games Rio 2016. Now, he is an IOC member with full voting rights on the decision-making bodies, and may be one of the very few, if not the only refugee on a decision-making body in an international organization. And addressing the words of the High Commissioner with regard to the voices of the athletes, these Olympic Games, Paris 2024, will once again be the opportunity for all Olympic athletes to elect their representatives, to democratically elect their representatives. And these elected representatives will then, at the end of the Olympic Games, become IOC members with full voting rights, and the chair of their commission, which they will elect themselves, will be a member of the IOC Executive Board, again with full voting rights on all issues being discussed in the IOC. These are just a few examples of many that illustrate how we promote inclusion and human rights within our remit. Beyond our remit, we know that we can greatly enhance this power of sport by joining hands, and only by joining hands. Therefore, I'm extending the hand of the Olympic movement to all of you. Join us. Join us in making sport the important enabler to build a better future for all. To build such a better world through sport, we have to act faster. We have to aim higher. We have to be stronger. And we can only do so together. I invite, therefore, all of you to truly live this, our new amended Olympic motto: faster, higher, stronger, together. Thank you very much.